Welcome to the 2016 Rally America National Championship, where the best stage rally drivers compete on some of the toughest stage roads in North America. Over 8 rounds of racing through the snow, mud, dust, and forest. Airing coast to coast across the United States, only one radio show is bringing you the action. This is Rally America Radio, powered by the Down and Dirty Radio Show, and we're your home for coverage of the 2016 Rally America National Championship. Game on. All right, this Rally America Radio. We're here at the Snowdrift Rally, day number 1, the first service park. Cars have gone out and done 3 stages. They're pulling in here. They got a few more stages left to go tonight. 3 more. They're going to go around those stages again. But as we pull in here, it looks like Lachlan O'Sullivan is out front, just like it was when we started. Then we got Peter Fatella and Brenton Kelly. Sounds like Brenton Kelly has a broken axle, though, but he is here. Maybe they'll be able to get that repaired. We'll see what kind of time that costs him. Then in fourth, we've got Troy Miller. A lot of cars starting to pull in. We're going to start catching up with some of these lead drivers and seeing what the stories are out on the stages to kick off the 2016 Snowdrift Rally. All right, catching up with some of the leaders here. We got Troy Miller just pulling into the first service park. Take us through the opening stages.
Very good. They're wide roads, fast. Some of the spots that we marked icy in the notes, they plowed and sanded, so it turned out to be not so icy. A lot quicker than I thought. Very, very good stages, but they'll be icy on the second pass.
How was the car? I mean, I know you don't have a ton of seat time in this car, but moving up into the SP car, how was it?
It's crazy. So on the dirt, I mean, they're not that much faster on like straight line, but on the snow, it's insane how the speeds that we're getting. I mean, in the Fiesta, we wouldn't be going nearly as fast, and it's we're going 90 plus miles an hour around some of the corners here, and then hit a sheet of ice and just full opposite lock. It's just it's scary but fun.
All right, well, we'll catch up with you later. Good luck the rest of the evening.
All right, thank you.
First service park, how were your first couple of stages?
First couple of stages were great. Third one was a little iffy just because of first time driving at night. I sort of missed a left. Craig caught it great, but I couldn't see it. Got the braking wrong, so went into the bankman a little bit, lost a light pod, which we kind of struggled to, probably the first few more corners until I settled down and got a good rhythm going again. But the toughest thing is I think we need to go to some ice tires. I couldn't carry nearly the speed around some of the calls, so it was really loose out there, really slippy, and I don't know, probably have to dial it back a bit tonight. We're one headlight down, we're one pod down. Want to finish, I want to finish this rally on a good note.
You feel like between you and the car and Craig, you're kind of finding your rhythm?
I think we got a really good rhythm, but like I said, the conditions were catching me again, and I couldn't carry the same speed with those notes that we were giving, so I'm gonna have to dial it back, probably maybe just slow it down on the go a little bit on the lower end of the RPM and maybe pitch the car a little bit earlier. On those 5s and 6s, they were closing out on me because how slippery it was, so I gotta do something about that.
All right, thanks a lot, Bucky.
You're welcome.
All right, we got Cameron Steele here pulling in. First tool car, I believe, in. How's everything going?
Going good so far. Took it nice and steady the first stage, get a feel for the car, then start picking up the pace a little bit. Right now I'd say I'm not sure how we're doing, but I'd say we're doing okay. I'm keeping it clean, and that's what I really want to do is mainly just keep it on the road and not get stuck, because that's the key. I mean, if you keep it on the road here, you normally end up doing really well because a lot of people push it too hard and get stuck in banks.
I know we were talking before the rally, the decision to run the R1 instead of the ST here. You still think that was the right decision?
Oh, yeah, definitely, by far. I mean, I'm trying to go up a hill, and I'm in third gear pinned in a 100-horsepower car. So, and it's just spinning the tires. So it's definitely the right choice for this event.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Cameron.
Thank you.
All right, we got Lachlan O'Sullivan here. You're the first car in. How's everything looking? First car out, first car in. That's always a good thing, right?
Yeah, we like coming in, and we didn't. Nobody passed us, so that's a great thing. I think our tire choice was good choice. We went with the AO34s, and that was more of a snow. There's a lot of chunky snow out there. The sunlight didn't make it, packed ice today, so I think that was a good choice. We're probably going to go out in the same thing, depending on what times we see from other people, and. I don't know where we are right now. I haven't really seen any times, but we're no mistakes, but quick. We should be doing all right.
Well, I know you guys made the first couple of passes. You get to go and do those stages again. I mean, you learn anything from it? You think the conditions now are going to get worse, better?
Definitely worse. The times will be definitely worse, mostly because of the contact patch. You're just on ice now where everybody's broke or everybody's turned into that same corner, so they've swept all the snow off, so you get that hard ice, and you're just that's microscopic water layer on top is just so difficult to get grip. If that soft snow's on top, it's very grippy, very nice. So we'll be now searching for braking areas and doing different lines into the slow corners to try and get up top of the corner on the exit to make sure that you have grip up top instead of falling off, because a lot of them are off camber turns and you'll just fall to the outside if you don't set yourself up properly. So it'll be a really hard angle into the turn and then stay up and to the inside of the turn late.
Well, that being said, I know you're a guy that's run snowdrift before. How are these conditions compared to years past?
A lot of fun today. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, you're full on just four-wheel drifts through 5s and 6s. Not as sketchy, but the problem is when it's this good for 80% of it, then the other 20%, the sketchy areas are even more dangerous because you have all that speed going into it. So you really have to have really, really good notes. There's so many gotchas out there right now, and that's the problem.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Lachlan. We'll let you get some dinner and catch up with you later.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. Catching up here with Jordan Guitar in the HPD Honda Service Park. Take us through the opening stages. How's everything?
Well, so far everything's doing fine. We're running some Maxxis tires this year, which are so far quite good in the snow tire. But being my first time driving, I'm still getting used to it. Some of the stages are very slippery, so but co-driver's right on the notes. He's doing great. Car's pretty well prepped so far.
Well, and from looking at last year, I think the fit seems like it suited to these conditions a lot better than some of the cars with a ton more horsepower.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, being front-wheel drive, you pretty much just hit the go pedal, and it kind of goes where you point it. So.
That being said, I know you went through 3 stages. You got 3 more kind of repeats of the earlier ones. How are those things looking? I know, it looked like how are the ruts in that when you guys got to them?
Ruts weren't too bad. It's getting pretty polished out there. I think with the several cars behind us, we're running kind of mid-pack right now. I think by the time we get them the second time, they're going to be pretty well polished. Struggling for grip a little bit, but we'll do all right.
All right. Well, thanks for catching up with us. We'll let you take a quick break.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Listen. All right. We got Peter Fitella here. Having a little fun here in the first service park. How did everything go through the first couple of stages?
Yeah, we are after 3 stages. Everything is good. Very sleepy out there, so everybody know that. Everybody got the same. Now we have the same stages on night with the big lights on the car. But everything good looks good so far, and we will see what's going to happen after day first.
Yeah. How was it? Starting second. I mean, you guys are kind of putting you and Lachlan are kind of setting the groove for everyone else. How is that starting up front?
Yeah, for sure it's much better because it's not that sleep in the braking points like the drivers behind us. But I did a couple mistakes with my gear. I got one moment, but I think it's very good on this rally be second, on the start line.
All right. Other than that, the car running great. Just routine maintenance here at the service park.
Exactly, routine maintenance. Now we're gonna put it on probably different tires, but mechanics just change right front drive axle because there was some loose there, but everything looks good.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with you later.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Catching up here with Ryan Millen with a Toyota. How's everything going out there?
I made a slight mistake on the second stage and got stuck in a snowbank for like 15 minutes or so, but Christina and I kind of unburied ourselves and got lucky with another competitor that gave us a yank, and it was a blast after that because we still had like 12 miles left of the stage, and so we caught like 3 cars. A couple of them spun right in front of us, and it was mayhem out there. It was like racing in Baja. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, good GoPro footage, right?
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. So lots to learn. First real national event, second snow rally, so still some things to figure out.
Yeah, well, and you get to go and repeat those first 3 stages. So a lot of the guys that were there up front, things weren't quite as slick. From what I understand, some ice forming underneath. You've been able to see that now.
Yeah, it's polished. I think on the third stage we could barely get started Like I literally was trying to ask the stage workers to give me a push. So yeah, it's getting icy, it's getting slippery. We've got just rubber tires, so I wish we had studs, but this is what everyone's got to deal with. So, but it's fun, man. It's just like ice skating, and it's a blast. You're just flicking it around at 30 mile an hour and just hoping there's grip. But it's fun.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Let you catch a breather and see you back out there.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We're here with Keon Erickson Chang. Take us through the opening 3 stages.
The first stage was a little less icy than we anticipated it to be. Just took it slow and easy because our goal this time is just not to go off. And second stage was quite quick, and the third we definitely had a wake-up call after coming over crest and having the BRZ in the middle of the stage. So that definitely woke us up. And
Well, you've been through those 3 stages. Now you get to go and do them again, so I guess it was a good recce, right?
definitely.
Other than that, how's this Fiesta treating you? Everything all right here in service? No major repairs?
No major repairs. Car feels great. Excited to take it out to Gravel Rally later this year.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with you later tonight.
All right, great. Thanks, Jim.
All right. We got Steve LaRosa here. Take us through the opening 3 stages and this ST.
Oh, they were a lot of fun. The second stage, we found a snowbank, got stuck for a few minutes, and gathered up another car behind us, but no damage. And other than that, they were fun. It was just good to get those first 3 done and kind of get rid of some nerves. And now we move on to do the next 3, and I think the key is going to be to get through tonight. The next 3 are repeats, so it's going to be real icy.
Your desert racer, we call that pre-running, right?
Yeah, it was a good pre-run. Now I've got to anticipate this next go around with more ice on the road. So it'll be good. It'll be good. We just get to the finish tonight, we'll be doing all right.
Well, we've heard a lot of guys talking about tire choice, this evening and changing things up. You guys have any changes?
No, we started with ice tires. We're just because we knew the second 3 stages were going to be icier than they already are. So we may drop a pound or 2 in pressure, but other than that, we're going to leave the ice tires on.
How is it? These night conditions in the snow. We've seen a lot of night stages throughout the year. In gravel and dust. But how is it racing in snow?
It can be a little tricky. You can go down a straightaway into a corner, and it can be really hard to see the definition of that corner on your left and your right. And you just kind of got to trust your notes that okay, we're going right. When the ice comes up, though, and you start seeing the silver marks in the road, which are ice, and you can pick out some direction, but it's a little trickier than doing it in the dirt, for sure.
And how about your co-driver, your daughter Allison? I know she's gone and done some training and stuff, and you said she's becoming a really good co-driver. I mean, how is it to watch the evolution of her skills in the right seat?
It's pretty awesome. It makes me real proud. She's doing good, man. She's really composed in the co-driver's seat, and I mean, she knows all her times. She knows the rules inside and out. She's doing a really good job. Really good job.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Steve. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right, wrapping up things here from the service park, first service park, and drivers back out, hitting the stages once again. And I will give note, Brenton Kelly, looks like they did get that axle fixed. I saw them in the fueling station. So current leaders right now, we are getting some results in. It is Lachlan O'Sullivan currently in the lead out front in not only super production, but overall. Second, Peter Fatella, about a minute and a half back of Lachlan O'Sullivan and Scott Putnam. Lachlan just on rails in that super production car. Peter Fatella in second. Then we've got Troy Miller in another SP car, second in SP, third outright. They're about 30 seconds back of Peter Fatella. And then sitting in fourth, surprise to some, surprise to some, and then to others, maybe expected, but Bucky Lasek in the factory Subaru SP car in his very first rally ever, sitting fourth outright. So you got to give a lot of credit to Bucky Lasek fighting through these conditions to make his way, there. He's sitting there, talking with him. Sounds like they're going to take it a little easier in these next 3 stages, being down on a bit of light, but solid effort by Bucky Lasek. First in two-wheel drive Is sitting first in two-wheel drive. It is Cameron Steele, and not far behind him, B-Spec, it is Jordan Guitar, Kiana Erickson Chang. Solid effort by her as well, sitting second in B-Spec, third in two-wheel drive. So things shaking up a bit through three, but we've got a lot more to come. 14 more stages to go here at the Snowdrift Rally. We are just getting started, and Rally America Radio is got you covered all weekend long here in Atlanta, Michigan. This has been Jim Beaver. We'll be back at you to wrap things up. Day number one here later on tonight at RallyAmericaRadio.com, and be sure and follow Rally America on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as Rally-America.com. That's where you can get all the latest updates for results. We're going to wrap things up here at the First Service Park. We'll see you back later tonight.